Hello guys! We, the students of Clinical Nutrition and Dietetics from STNB Vaishnav College for Women are here to talk about kitchen gardening, which is emphasized as one of the themes for the Nutrition Month 2020 by the Food and Nutrition Board, Ministry of Women and Child Development, Government of India. Kitchen gardening is where a lot of vegetables and herbs are grown around the house. Local varieties such as tomatoes, radish, beans, mustard, fenugreek, chilies, etc. are grown. You no need to invest a huge amount in kitchen gardening. We can use the recycled pots, boxes and bottles for the plants grown. My friends are here to share their insights on kitchen gardening. Without any further delay, let's get into the video.
Benefits of kitchen gardening. Consuming of more fresh fruits and vegetables helps us to lead a healthy lifestyle. Kitchen gardening is a natural stress reliever. Kitchen gardening is also inexpensive. It relaxes our body and mind. Moreover, lack of green leafy vegetables leads to malnutrition. But through kitchen gardening, we can grow natural green leafy vegetables. Kitchen gardening also purifies the air through plants. It prevents air pollution.
Importance of kitchen gardening. Gardening is a good mental exercise and helps us to keep our mind sharp. Gardening is also a good physical activity. By planting, digging, pulling weeds, we can burn up to 400 kilocalories per day. According to season, we can grow our seasonal veggies and we can grow our local varieties and some medicinal plants too. So through gardening, the waste land around our house can be recycled. So finally, through gardening, we can grow our own vegetables and fruits organically and without any contamination.
Advantages of kitchen gardening. Kitchen gardening helps us to reduce stress, lowers blood pressure and decreases depression through fresh air. The fresh air plus fresh vegetables and fruits helps us to achieve a healthy lifestyle. Kitchen gardening develops a new skill for growing children, and the children also can involve with us in planting. Kitchen gardening is a good exercise for both body and mind.
We can grow a variety of plants in our kitchen garden, which includes greens, fruits and vegetables. Fruits and vegetables are excellent sources of vitamin A, vitamin C, folate, potassium and dietary fiber. Vegetables like onion, tomato, potato, cucumber, carrot, radish, chilies and capsicum, and fruits like banana, mango, amla, lemon, papaya, guava can be grown in our kitchen garden. Including fruits and veggies in our daily diet helps to maintain healthy blood pressure levels, reduces blood cholesterol and also protects against infection. In addition to fruits and veggies, we can also grow greens such as spinach, mint, amaranth greens, lettuce and cabbage. Green leafy veggies are excellent sources of vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin K, folate, iron, calcium, magnesium and potassium. We can also grow spices which includes mustard, fenugreek, coriander, curry leaves, ginger and garlic. So these are the best possible plants that can be easily grown in a kitchen garden. Have fun gardening!
Hi all, let's learn the importance of green leafy vegetable in kitchen gardening. Here we will tell you about two green leafy vegetables, spinach. This takes just about 30 days. The smooth succulent leaf of it are extraordinarily versatile, which can be used in salad, pastas, etc. The soil must be well nourished and well textured for their germination. Seeds must be placed each at a distance of about 30 cm. It should be grown in a light shady place since hot weather might make the leaf taste bitter.
Kale. It is the most healthiest green leafy vegetable. It contains high amount of nutrients, minerals and antioxidants. The antioxidant present in it is called as lutein. It is responsible to reduce the disease called oxidative stress, and the vitamins present in it are called as vitamin A, vitamin K and vitamin C. The minerals are also phosphorus, potassium and calcium. It is also a very good source of medicine for diabetes patients and cancer patients. Even for lowering the blood cholesterol level, and the body weight. If you are going to grow a kale plant in your garden, then you have to choose a large pot because the kale plant's roots has to grow till the end and have a perfect vermicompost too. You have to keep them always watered because the kale plant in the pot gets dried quicker than the plant in the ground.
Agriculture is the major profession for many people all over the world. Then, what is kitchen gardening? Kitchen gardening is nothing but plants with vegetables, fruits and herbs that we use in our everyday meals is called as kitchen gardening. For a kitchen garden, what is the major thing? Yes, the major thing is a good manure. Manure is a material derived from the organic waste and the crop residues without the addition of any other chemical components is called as a manure. Manure is organic in nature and they provide various nutrients for the growing plant. In addition, it also contributes in improving physical, chemical and biological properties of the soil. And it also provides nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, which are the major nutrients for the sources.
Manure is the organic matter that is used as organic fertilizer in agriculture. Most manure consists of animal feces. Other sources include compost and green manure.
Contributes to the fertility of the soil by adding organic matter and nutrients, such as nitrogen, that are utilized by bacteria, fungi and other organisms in the soil. Higher organisms then feed on the fungi and bacteria in a chain of life that compresses the soil food web. Now I'll show you what are green manures and how they provide nitrogen to the soil. These are the green manures which are providing nutrients to the soil, and these fix the nitrogen fixation in the root web. Cast, also called worm castings, worm fumes, worm manure or worm feces, is the end product of the breakdown of organic matter by earthworms. These castings have been shown to contain reduced levels of contaminants and have high saturation of nutrients than the organic materials before vermicomposting.
Microgreens are the younger vegetable greens that are approximately 1 to 3 inches in tall. They have aromatic flavor, concentrated nutritive content and come in variety of colors and textures. Unlike other fruits and vegetables, it is very convenient to be grown in different types of locations such as outdoors, in greenhouses and even in our windows. They contain different types of microgreens. Some of them are carrot, broccoli, cauliflower and so on. Microgreens are packed with nutrients. They are rich in potassium, iron, copper, zinc and magnesium. They contain the higher levels of nutrients than the mature plants contain. Since they contain the higher level of nutrients, they may reduce the risk of some of the health diseases such as heart diseases, Alzheimer's diseases, diabetics and some certain cancers. We may include microgreens in many ways. Some of them are, they may be incorporated in sandwiches, salads and wraps, or they may be blended into smoothies or juice. Wheatgrass juice is the best example, or they may be used as garnishes on pizzas, soups and in some warm dishes.
We can grow microgreens on our own. Here's what we'll need. Good quality seeds and the following instructions. Make sure that you choose a good growing medium containing the plotting soil with minimum amount of sunlight or UV rays that is 12 to 16 hours per day. Now spread the seeds of your own choice evenly into the soil and sprinkle some water. Once you find that the seeds have germinated, make sure that you take the plastic lid which you used to cover the container and add some water once or twice a day. Within 5 to 10 days or so, you can find that the microgreens are ready for the process of harvestations. Reasons why we need to grow them. They are packed with nutrients, vitamins and minerals which are required by our body just as any other green leafy vegetables provide us with. They can easily be grown without the usage of soil, that is, it can be grown using vermicompost, homemade compost, leaf molds, etc. They require less amount of sunlight and provide us with good quality plant harvest. Children gain a lot of curiosity into eating these microgreens which can easily be infused into their diet such as sandwiches, wraps, burgers, pizzas, etc. They are also less cost effective. So just as my friends added on, with the world changing and moving too fast towards the motto or the process of green living is healthy living, we need to introduce more of microgreens into our day-to-day life so that These microgreens, since these microgreens are enriched with lots of nutrients, vitamins and minerals, and also prevents us from various kinds of diseases and are also cost effective, we need to introduce more of microgreens so that we can have a healthy life.